Are you aware that neglecting a single spot during your shower could potentially be shortening your lifespan? This might seem astonishing, perhaps even overly dramatic, but a growing body of research indicates the significant health dangers associated with overlooked cleanliness in particular bodily regions. And the reality is, many of these places are skipped in a standard shower routine, particularly as we get older. In this presentation, we are examining 5 body parts that older individuals frequently neglect to cleanse thoroughly. These are areas that silently accumulate bacteria, perspiration, and fungal development, which can result in genuine health problems if unaddressed. From issues with circulation to skin infections that develop unnoticed, these spots are more significant than you might imagine. Please stay with us right to the conclusion, because one of these areas is frequently overlooked despite its direct link to your immune function, and washing it requires fewer than 10 seconds. That minor habit could safeguard your well-being to a greater extent than you've ever comprehended. Let's begin. Number 1. The feet. Among the most frequently neglected regions that can silently jeopardize your well-being if not cleaned routinely are your feet. Now you might assume a brief shower rinse suffices. But for seniors who might already contend with reduced circulation, diabetes, or weakened immunity, omitting a thorough foot cleaning is akin to allowing bacteria to establish themselves and persist. Fungal infections thrive in warm, damp conditions, especially between the toes or under toenails. And for older adults, what begins as a minor patch of athlete's foot can readily escalate into a far more severe condition, such as cellulitis or a non-healing skin ulcer. What's more worrisome is that many seniors don't perceive the initial indications of foot problems due to diminished nerve sensation. You might not become aware of an infection until harm has already occurred, and at that juncture, addressing it becomes significantly more complex. Beyond fungus, the accumulation of dead skin, fissured heels, and persistent perspiration can all compromise the skin's protective layer, which consequently elevates your susceptibility to infections that can enter the bloodstream. But here is the optimistic aspect. Just 5 to 10 seconds of deliberate cleansing for each foot, accessing the spaces between toes, beneath toenails, and around the heel area can considerably lower these dangers. And it's about more than just vigorous washing. After you ensure your feet are completely dry, using a small amount of moisturizing cream can help maintain skin that is supple, sound, and more robust. Consider this daily practice not as a matter of appearance, but as care for your circulation. Because your feet serve more than just ambulation, they are one of the body's initial sites to exhibit indicators of deteriorating well-being. And yet, because they are so low and easily concealed, they are also one of the most readily disregarded areas. So, the next time you shower, don't merely allow water to flow over them and presume they are cleansed. Bend down and attend to them. Number 2, the scalp. It's easy to presume that if you have limited hair remaining, or if you've opted for an easy-to-care-for hairstyle, you no longer need to be concerned about your scalp. But the fact is, your scalp remains skin, and like every other part of your physique, it requires care. When the scalp is disregarded, it becomes an unseen repository for oil, perspiration, dead skin particles, and environmental contaminants. And over time, this accumulation isn't merely confined to the area. It can initiate a chain reaction of inflammatory responses that impacts your immune function, compromises your skin's defenses, and results in persistent irritation. In older adults, scalp health is not solely a matter of appearance. Persistent dryness or scaling can cause minor infections that undermine the skin's soundness. And in severe instances, scalp bacteria can infiltrate open wounds or hair follicles made vulnerable by aging. But here's a fact that is not widely known. Your scalp possesses some of the highest densities of oil-producing glands on the body, which signifies that oil can accumulate more rapidly in this region than almost anywhere else. If uncleaned, this oil oxidizes, solidifies, and turns into a haven for invisible pathogens. For individuals aged 60 and older, that could signify not just unease, but a needless danger of infection that is difficult to detect until it has progressed. And while numerous individuals lessen how often they shampoo as they age, believing their hair is more delicate, omitting routine washing completely can be more detrimental than beneficial, especially for those with delicate hair, a hairless scalp, or thinning on the top of the head. Even a gentle scalp massage for several minutes while washing enhances circulation to the head and neck, promotes lymphatic drainage, and aids mental focus and stress relief. This isn't merely about being clean, it invigorates your entire system. So, regardless of whether your hair is short, sparse, or entirely absent, your scalp remains important. Attend to it. Cleanse it purposefully. Massage it gently. You will feel improved. Your head will appreciate it, and your body will subtly gain more than you comprehend. If you are still viewing this video and deem these insights beneficial, please comment with the number 2 below to inform me of your presence. And if you have not yet subscribed, I suggest you subscribe and activate the notification bell so you do not miss any future videos. Your engagement assists us in continuing to generate valuable content to enlighten and motivate you. Now let's proceed. Number 3, the navel area. The belly button might be one of the most diminutive areas of your physique, but it is also one of the most disregarded and, astonishingly, among the filthiest. As we get older, our suppleness diminishes, and small regions such as the navel can be missed in the shower. You might think it's merely a tiny area. What damage could it cause? But the reality is the navel is a concave spot where perspiration, dead skin particles, soap remnants, and fabric fibers can accumulate. And when it is not cleaned regularly, it becomes an ideal refuge for detrimental bacteria and, in some instances, yeast. What commences as minor irritation can develop into an infection known as omphalitis. This condition, though more prevalent in babies, is being observed more frequently in older patients, especially those with diabetes or weakened immune defenses. The bacteria flourish in the navel's dark, damp, and warm conditions and silently start to induce redness, unpleasant smell, or secretion. What renders it more perilous is that the initial indications are inconspicuous. Many seniors don't perceive any unease until the infection has significantly progressed. And by then, recovery requires considerably more time than it would have 2 decades prior. In more extreme situations, solidified accumulations called navel stones can develop, tiny, dark, offensively odorous formations necessitating medical extraction. And yet, preventing all this is achievable through a straightforward practice. During your daily wash, simply use a fingertip covered with a washcloth or a gentle cotton applicator. Carefully cleanse the interior of the navel using warm water and a non-irritating soap. And then, ensure the region is completely dried. A moisture-free navel is equally crucial as a clean one because any remaining dampness fosters an environment for microbial growth. And if you have undergone stomach surgery or have any skin creases in that vicinity, there is all the more cause to focus on this area. Maintaining a clean navel transcends mere hygiene. It's a measure of preventive wellness, especially as your immune function begins to alter with advancing years. So, handle this tiny, concealed spot with diligence, for often, it's the unseen areas that hold the greatest significance. Number 4, the underbreast area. For numerous older women, and also some men, the region under the breasts can become one of the most prone to irritation and frequently missed areas of the body. And yet, it is among the most vital to maintain hygienically, especially as we get older. This skin crease, typically warm and damp, turns into a prime location for bacterial and fungal proliferation if not cleansed and dried each day. The skin in this location is fine, sensitive, and often concealed by clothes and underclothing that capture perspiration and restrict ventilation. Over time, this combination creates the ideal conditions for intertrigo, an inflamed red rash resulting from rubbing, dampness, and infection. It can commence with only minor itching or redness, but if unaddressed, it can develop into sore spots, open lesions, or persistent fungal infections needing extended care. Some women, particularly those with a history of breast operations, fluctuations in weight, or natural drooping over time, are more susceptible to these problems. And because the area under the breasts is not always readily visible in a mirror, issues can remain undetected until they reach a serious state. A major error older individuals commit is presuming a brief shower rinse is adequate, but that region requires deliberate attention. Gently elevate the skin, cleanse meticulously with a non-irritating soap, rinse thoroughly, and, crucially, pat entirely dry. Employing a fresh towel or a gentle washcloth specifically for this task can significantly matter. For individuals more susceptible to dampness, a small amount of fragrance-free body powder or cornstarch can assist in keeping the area dry without causing skin irritation. Focusing on this area is not merely about preventing unease. It is about safeguarding your skin's soundness, averting infections that might take weeks to resolve, and upholding a feeling of bodily assurance. Lack of care in this region can silently diminish your comfort on a daily basis, particularly during hotter seasons or when engaging in physical exertion. But only a few attentive seconds every morning can alter this entirely. So, even if it's unseen by others, recall that this bodily area merits the same level of respect and attention as other parts. If you are still viewing this video and deem these insights beneficial, please comment with the number 4 below to inform me of your presence. And if you have not yet subscribed, I suggest you subscribe and activate the notification bell so you do not miss any future videos. Your engagement assists us in continuing to generate valuable content to enlighten and motivate you. Now, let's proceed. Number 5, the groin area. This is one of the most delicate and readily aggravated regions of the body, and yet it is also among the most frequently disregarded. For many older adults, the groin area turns into a problematic zone, not due to significant lapses in cleanliness, but owing to minor oversights that accumulate gradually and silently result in persistent problems. As we age, we innately experience skin that is less taut, an increase in folds and alterations in muscle firmness. That means additional sites for dampness to gather, increased chances for bacterial and fungal proliferation, and a higher likelihood of unease, smell, or skin deterioration. Both men and women can encounter these difficulties, but many are excessively self-conscious to discuss it or too uncertain about what constitutes normal versus abnormal. The skin in the groin region is fragile, frequently susceptible to rubbing, and readily stressed by constricting garments, incontinence, or prolonged sitting. And if not cleansed and dried correctly, ailments such as jock itch, yeast infections, or folliculitis can commence with little forewarning. Merely a bit of redness in one spot, a slight itch in another, until abruptly you find yourself contending with soreness or skin impairment that is difficult to resolve. A silent threat is the rapidity with which infections in this vicinity can propagate due to its closeness to lymph nodes and other crucial bodily components. Even trivial skin problems can intensify into more severe conditions if not attended to swiftly. And once the skin's protective layer is breached, recovery in older individuals becomes more protracted and intricate. Daily cleansing of this region is indispensable, but the method of washing is equally significant. Employ warm water, a mild, fragrance-free soap, and either your bare hands or a soft washcloth. Avoid abrasive scrubbing and drying with coarse towels. And be meticulous. Cleanse within skin folds, rinse carefully, and pat thoroughly dry. Should dampness be a persistent issue, a thin application of talc-free powder or a protective cream can aid in diminishing irritation. For individuals managing incontinence, daily washing is of greater importance and must invariably be done after any incident, regardless of its minor nature. Do not delay until a rash or odor manifests. By then your skin is already signaling that it is overburdened. A well-maintained groin region enhances comfort, ease of movement, and even self-assurance. It enables you to ambulate, extend your limbs, and rest without unease. And by tending to this area each day, you are accomplishing more than just maintaining cleanliness. You are shielding one of your body's most susceptible regions from deterioration, infection, and lasting damage. If you are still viewing this video and deem these insights beneficial, please comment with the number 5 below to inform me of your presence. And if you have not yet subscribed, I suggest you subscribe and activate the notification bell so you do not miss any future videos. Your engagement assists us in continuing to generate valuable content to enlighten and motivate you. Now let's proceed. Final thoughts. Indeed, concerning graceful aging, it is frequently the most minor practices that yield the most significant impact. Routine personal cleanliness may not seem like an issue of utmost urgency, but as we have observed today, the manner in which you tend to your physique, particularly these disregarded regions, can exert a potent influence on your enduring well-being, comfort, and even your lifespan. Among these 5 areas, which one did you find most unexpected? Was there a particular one you hadn't given much consideration to before this moment? The reality is that sagacity in our advanced years encompasses more than just comprehending major life teachings. It involves perceiving the subtle elements, the everyday practices, the cues our bodies provide, and the daily opportunity to safeguard the body we possess with gentleness, regularity, and reverence. Should you have watched up to this point, my hope is that this presentation has offered not merely a list of tasks, but a more profound gratitude for your body and a revitalized dedication to tending to it purposefully. For you are not simply cleansing away grime, you are maintaining the very conduit that transports you through this splendid and continuously evolving existence. Thank you for being with us today. We are eager to hear your perspectives. Please leave a comment below, sharing one piece of knowledge you gained today and how you intend to apply it in your daily life. Your input is valuable to us, so please feel free to express your thoughts. Reviewing your comments provides us with significant motivation and support. If this video was enjoyable and beneficial to you, kindly like, subscribe, and distribute it. Your assistance enables us to persist in producing quality content designed to inform and uplift you. We appreciate your viewership and anticipate your presence in our subsequent video.